don't even know if we're supposed to be watching stuff. Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry we're late. We were just watching the show that everybody's been talking about. We'll come back right now, but you're going to have to wait for it because we started just like this. Oh, wait, wrong one.
Boom.
Yeah.
I've been down there looking for the silver lining, but nobody wants the only finding. So maybe you should just get lost.
The what?
You know, it's one of those days where we just don't know what is going on. Besides the fact is that we just watched the coolest whatever it is. I don't know. What do you guys think about this?
Trial.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think everybody was watching.
I think everybody
I was
was.
walking around the office.
Yeah,
and the doors,
All the
everybody,
TVs are on,
everybody's
yeah.
watching. So, anyways, without further ado, this is the Bob Chronicles, and ideally we are at the Back Alley Wine Bar, but today we had to improvise because Haley asked us to do that. So we listened to Haley and we give her exactly what she wants. But we are going to be talking today about something that you guys are all wanting to know about. But first, the host with the most, how you doing?
Hey guys, glad to be here. It has been a crazy week.
Mhm.
So this is actually like a safe place.
Because there's padded walls around us. We're like, hey, you know what? And we got to go ahead and bang our heads on the wall. This is a great place to do it. But guys, this has been a very, very crazy season of the Back Alley Wine Bar, or the Bob Chronicles. Holy moly! And we always talk about it, Eric, on the morning show. And but the big things that we love to do is talk about some of the biggest things that are coming out in our town, and also the best events that are happening. And ideally, once again, we're at the Back Alley Wine Bar, which is located downtown Prescott, Arizona, behind the famous Whiskey Row, in the famous Whiskey Row Alley, which is now called Whiskey Row Alley. So go out there and check them out, support them, and just be a part of something that is actually really, really great. Without further ado, tell everybody who you are, what makes you famous.
Well, I am Haley. I'm his other half. And I just launched the Prescott Trade Network. So we are here to talk about that today. I know you've heard these guys talk about it a little bit, so we're just here to talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put the nice logo on top of the screen so you guys know exactly what we're talking about. This is a very, very big deal because ultimately it's something that everybody should probably know about. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's exciting to get more details out there.
I know. I'm very. Oh,
Well, I just look at
You
this
keep
wine.
wanting- keep
It's
wanting
just
to
like
talk
it
about
is
the
wine
wine.
chronicles.
Okay.
How can you
Let's
start
talk
the
about the
show
wine first.
without talking about the wine?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just
True.
talk about the wine. Sometimes you actually just like overlook the stuff. At the same time, today is what the barefoot is coming out of.
Yeah.
What Oxnard? Oh, Moscato.
Moscato,
it's a Moscato.
Where is Moscato?
California.
I know, but
I believe
where?
it's a
like,
type of.
like there's.
It's a type of grape.
It's a type of.
It
grape.
could be a
Grape,
city now,
yeah.
right?
No.
Yeah.
no.
I would
Moscato
live in
sounds like a fancy
Moscato.
city. Yeah.
It's sweeter, right?
Did you
It's
guys
a very
know that
sweet wine,
Prescott was
yeah.
going to be
Maybe
calling
you should taste it.
Goodwin?
Yes, I did hear that.
Was it?
Wait. Did you guys check your legs and all that stuff in our
Oh
fancy
no,
glasses?
that's all. That's
I know.
all.
I was just
rubbish.
excited we didn't
It's
have our
rubbish.
solo
Oh,
cup.
It's rubbish shots. It's all rubbish shots. And they said that no matter what, the wine is only as good as your friends.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, there we
So it
go.
doesn't matter where you're at. Cheers if you guys are out there. And it is 5 o'clock somewhere. It says it on
Yes,
my
it
clock.
is.
It is.
Sure. mhm.
It is.
Quarter past the freckle.
Exactly.
Okay, back on track.
Okay.
It is.
That's
pretty
kind of,
good.
that's
Yeah.
kind of like a what do you call it?
You were making fun of it.
No, it was what do you call it? It tastes like that stuff that's right downtown Prescott. What's that called?
Sprite?
That could be it.
It is a sweet wine. Yeah.
It's what do you call it?
Mead.
Yes,
You
yeah, there we
think
go.
it
It tastes like
tastes
mead.
Yeah.
It does taste a lot like
Doesn't
mead. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta look into this because ultimately it makes me wonder. What do you think is in here? Nope, government warning. Right on.
Hmm.
That's all we get. is a
Everything
It's
government
starts with-
not mead.
everything-
It's Moscato.
everything
Yeah,
starts
I
with-
promise.
Every good thing starts with good with a government warning. So, all right.
All right. Dan, I know that you guys were really wanting to hear or watch us play that verdict, man, but ultimately you got to see us now. So whatever. Dan,
It's our
you
turn.
and your poop signs.
Yep. Speaking of, Logan is also a trade member. Yes.
He is. Yeah.
He's on here. So
So and he's on.
Cheers with the
watching,
diet
so-
root beer. I didn't even know they made diet root beer.
They
Yeah.
do. Yeah, for
Really?
sure.
Yeah.
Does it taste good on ice cream? Like a root beer diet float?
Haley, I'm really excited to learn more about
Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Let's get to
That's
the
why we're here
story.
today.
Let's get to this story.
So tell us more about
Yes.
what is this program?
So the Prescott Trade Network, we're a bartering group here in the Prescott area. And then everyone asked me, what the heck's a bartering group?
I mean, it once was
yes,
the
barter.
way of the future. Now,
Correct. And so now we're kind of like going back to business roots.
yeah.
But it's a really fun idea that we've had, and it's all about a group of businesses that are all going to come together to barter and trade products and services with everyone within the group. It's kind of the easiest way to explain it.
And the Prescott Trade Network creates like a hub for
Correct.
all of the flow of this trading to happen.
Exactly. And so we kind of help monitor it all and make sure that everyone knows who's on it and things like that.
Cool. How do they sign up?
So it's super easy. You just go to the PrescottTradeNetwork.com and you've
Which
got a
is
little
on the
form
bottom.
Yeah.
Just scrolling.
to request your invitation
Yeah, it's
because it
invite only.
is invite only.
Great.
So
Soon you'll have to know somebody.
yes.
Oh, what kind of services and things can you find in
my-
the Prescott Trade Network?
So
group?
we have everyone from attorneys, we have restaurants, we have dog
Accountants.
groomers, accountants, like basically
House cleaners.
chiropractors.
Right, yeah. like-
So any type of business that you can think of, we're reaching out to, and we have a great, very wide selection of businesses that are already signed up for it.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Logan's on the screen right now saying the
Yay.
Squealing Hog Smoked Meats and Barbecue is definitely a member.
They are.
I mean, let's just take a minute and talk about his profile
Oh my
picture.
Well, I was gonna say let's talk about his food because his
Okay,
brisket is
that's it.
amazing.
I have to say he was like target number one because it's
It
like
was, yes.
smoked meats absolutely.
That's
you
right.
cannot
You have to
cannot
do that.
trade unless there's smoked meats involved. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But this is one of the coolest
love
things
trading food.
ever.
right?
All right,
Who
so
doesn't?
hold on. So back it up. So you're right. Okay. Trading, everybody trades, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is like, hey, I know somebody who does hair, and you trade, but things get weird.
It's actually strangely a foreign concept to many
Well, and it gets
at this
weird.
point.
Yes.
Like, it's hard to do one-to-one trade, especially like a hairdresser doesn't trade with another hairdresser.
Right.
Well, that's rare. And a plumber doesn't trade with another plumber. So trading like stuff is hard. And sometimes, and we've done it, it gets out of whack. And then one party feels like
They're gypped a little
they're
bit.
gypped a little bit because what people do takes different times and different efforts and costs
Yep.
different things.
So how do you create the value and make it clear to each person, kind of like an invoice? Okay, you want this kind of a service. Here's what it costs. Like, how does that work?
Okay. So we use what we call trade credits.
Okay.
And we pay dollar for dollar what you would charge in your store or your service or things like that. And so you pull open the app, which did not get launched. It was supposed to, but that's okay.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah. Waiting
and so
for the app
you'll be able
stores.
to open it up. It works very similar to Venmo. And you pull up who you're going to pay, how much you want to pay them, and send it right over. And so then there is no question about what the price is or what it's worth or things like that, because it is dollar for dollar what you would normally charge a client.
Okay, so if I wanted to go and buy a meal that's
Yep.
$35, it's literally a $35 trade credit on
Exactly. That you'll send right over.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so it can be different things. So like he can get a mailbox, which I think
At-
are like $50 a
Mhm.
month here at PEO. But then I can also be like, oh, he wants to sell me advertising, which could be a $150 package or whatever it may be. But it's an unequal trade. So then I'm like, oh, well, you have to have 3 months of mailboxes to equal that trade. This you don't have to worry about. It all
Exactly.
goes into like a separate bank account.
Yep.
And that way he can spend 50 here. He can, the money I paid him for the advertising, he can go spend 50 at a restaurant. He can go spend 20 somewhere. And it can all just be, instead of it being weird.
So instead of
Yeah.
it being a direct trade to the other vendor,
Mhm.
it actually sits in a bank account of sorts
Correct.
to be spent in
Any-
smaller increments.
Mhm.
As
Exactly.
needed.
Yeah.
So if you say I trade or San Martin trades $300 worth of media advertising, that to the Squealing Hog,
Perfect.
right? And in turn he gets $50 meal.
Yep.
Then there's still $250 sitting in a bank account that he can go get a
Correct.
haircut and
Exactly. And go talk to an accountant or
It's kind of crazy, when you think about it. Like trading is not something new. It's been going on
Mhm.
since day one when, Bob down at the
Absolutely.
farm had, a couple cows. He's like, hey, hook me up with some milk. And he's like, all right, no problem, Bob. Let me go ahead and get some of those goat milk too,
Exactly.
So it's always been there, but it's always like, you always used to try to find the value in what you were trying to receive back.
Exactly.
And the balance.
But
the balance is the
And
word
the
I was thinking.
balance,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now you have the ability to say, you know what, this is my cost of services. And we obviously had a conversation yesterday and about the discounting of the services. Like, you don't have to do that. You
Nope.
could actually just do your services as you are, but at the same
Exactly.
time, it's a different kind of concept because now
Yes.
what we're getting into is locals using locals, and the ability
Absolutely.
to go ahead and utilize, all the foundation of what Prescott's all about is
Mhm.
keeping our
Right.
local economy alive. And that's kind of what our big deals are, is like, we want to keep our business alive. But say, for instance, somebody doesn't have that funds to go ahead and be like, dude, I don't got no money to go ahead and advertise, but I need to advertise. So here
Exactly.
you go. You have the
Well,
opportunity.
everybody has a wish list.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's
things that they want to
things
do.
that they want to do, but it's then like, well, I've got to spend this cash 5 other ways first.
Correct.
But when you've got trade, you're normally picking up new clients.
Mhm.
And then B, it's in an account, it's like, okay, well, this has to be spent local. So you're going to pick up a local vendor versus going outside of the area
Correct.
to spend it. And you can give that to employees and staff, and then they go and spend it locally. And so it just really keeps that money local and moving locally, which is the cool part about it.
So you guys take the guesswork out of it by having a place where that balance is deposited in order
Correct.
to continue to use it,
Yep.
As you need over a few months or whatever.
Exactly. And so you always know what that balance is.
Yeah,
So,
we're huge Venmo fans.
Yeah.
And
we
so
are.
to be able to pop up with your phone and just say, okay, this is my balance,
Yep.
and pay somebody, we wanted this to be the same way.
Exactly.
So, okay, so if you guys don't know how this actually works, it's businesses trading within businesses.
Correct.
Now, the question
Or
is,
side hustles.
Okay.
It does not have to be a full brick and mortar business. If you have a side hustle that you do or you're wanting to test the market on or things like that, we can also do that.
And I'm so excited because there has been so many people that are like, oh yeah, I do this on the side. And we're like, what? And so there's some
So
cool stuff.
what is it? What is the idea if somebody doesn't have something to trade and they are wanting to be a part of this? Is there capabilities of them actually getting involved? And if so, how could they?
We're hearing a lot of people starting side hustles
Yes.
because of it, because they're like, I always wanted to do this.
Yeah,
But they
I
never
always
did it
thought about
because
starting this.
They've got a full-time job, but this is like not only gets locals to buy, but it's a
Mhm.
marketing platform. Like it gets people, pushes people to you, and so people are like, oh man, I can start the
I
side
could
hustle
do
without a
this.
whole lot of effort to test it out.
It's almost like a foot in the door to building a foundation to a potential
Exactly.
business.
Mhm.
If you have had a dream, if you have had a goal, if you've just thought it wasn't possible, this
Mhm.
could be a good entry level way of
Exactly.
starting that.
And how does one actually get involved with it? Like, say for instance, there is somebody with a side hustle. How do they get involved? And obviously today was the cutoff date, right, for the
It
members,
was
or
supposed,
what
it
are we
was
doing?
supposed to be the cutoff date for all the best perks. So those of the businesses that signed up with us before we officially launched had awesome perks. Our app was supposed to be approved today. It has not. So it could be approved in 10 minutes. It could be approved.
So you got a little
days.
extension.
So everyone has a little bit of an extension
Right.
now to get their paperwork back to me to get those best perks.
Right. So
So-
the universe worked in your favor.
It did.
You know?
So,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so-
not in our favor, but
But
your
all in
favor.
your
So
favor.
anyway, so that's still so we discussed it. And we're like, okay, until both apps come live,
correct.
we'll extend it. But we're ready to go. We're like, come on, let's go.
I
Just
mean,
waiting.
the App Store, they'll get you every time.
Yo,
Mhm.
like,
Especially Apple.
That's what
No,
I mean.
we're-
Yeah.
Yeah, just call it like it is.
Like-
Yeah.
like the App Store,
I'm an
not-
Apple
not Google,
fan,
but yeah.
but it doesn't come to the
Like-
phone part.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, I cut it
Yeah.
off right there when it comes to the phone, which could be.
And you don't need a smartphone. This will all work on the computer too.
correct. And we have a great website that it all will work on, and you guys can do it that way as well.
So just a little backstory. Has this been a dream? Is this something you've seen? Like, how did this come to be?
Yeah, so we actually were part of these sort of groups for the last several decades down in Phoenix.
Okay.
And so we've seen it work firsthand and the benefits that it has done for our businesses. And they never launched one up here.
Mhm.
And we're like, you know what? We need to go ahead and do that. Let's stop doing the trade and everything in Phoenix. Let's keep everything local.
Mhm.
And so we decided it was time to launch one up here.
That's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
super local, and that was the key. The Phoenix entities tried to work up here, and they got a restaurant occasionally, and they got a business. But the problem is there's not enough people.
Yeah.
not on it to make it work. So they always drop off. And so it's like, it needs to be like focused and
Focused on
centered
just
here.
on the Quad City area. And that's what we're
that'll
doing.
make it work. Yeah. And like I said, we just love it to be able to pop open an app and see what's going on. Everybody's got a phone.
Mhm.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has
Everybody.
a phone. Okay, so tell everybody. I mean, obviously, once again, if you have a business out there and you want to be a part of it, I mean, once again,
Wait,
do they have do they cut out dates?
So it's kind of out there extended, but it could change any minute.
Yep.
But they need an invite. So are you inviting them?
I'm
Yeah,
inviting you.
it's
Okay.
all invite only. So,
Yeah.
So if you guys want to be a part of it, you only got a certain amount to do it. And then now that you hear it right here on the Bob Chronicles, you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and take advantage of this, but you have to go ahead and get in contact with her. And as you guys can see, it's been scrolling on the bottom, and the phone number is right there, 928-800-5699. And then, just let's say, hey, you saw it here first or saw it here second, because you obviously got a second chance.
Or you can go to the website and enter the contact form, but put in there, is there a place for
And it's
notes?
right there, Prescott Trade
you know what?
Network.
Next to where it says your business name, make a little note for me that this is where you saw
Bob.
it from.
Bob.
The Bob,
Exactly.
BAWB.
That's
the
your-
Bob
that's your
Chronicles.
invite.
That's the invite
Invite.
code.
And with that being said, tell everybody how to get a hold of you one more time in order for them to go ahead and just do this.
So it's all down below, but it's the PrescottTradeNetwork.com, or you can call me 928-800-5699.
And with that being said, I think, what is it? How do
Logan
you,
wants to know
how
how
do
to
you
invite
invite someone?
someone.
Will I give them a secret knock?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Tell them to put the hat on that you have in your profile and send it to us, and we'll make sure that we knew that was coming from you.
Or
kidding.
I think they can put the squealing hog next to their
Exactly.
business
Right.
name,
You
and that's
know.
their
Right?
secret
And that's
code.
the
That's the
secret
secret
invite.
code.
Yeah, you have to be
That'll
invited
be-
by a member. So that's the
Exactly.
That'll be the secret.
because we
invite.
want to keep this trustworthy, right? And so
Exactly.
you've got to be invited by somebody that's part of the network.
Yep.
Somebody that's really, really special for you guys. And if you don't know, you better watch, because it's going to be really, really cool to have this person a part. With that being said, I'm out of here.
Thank you both.
Like,
Yeah.
like, subscribe, and join us again next week for sure. If you like what we're doing, keep following, please.
Yes. Peace.